this table changed the game for our company because it brought in so much. Pool to me is special because it's community driven and it's also super competitive. So you like start meeting people and it creates this crowd that's like we ended up collaborating or dating, but there's still like this competitive nature to it. But there's something about this game that's sexy and it's cinematic and it's dramatic. Like I think of those like table games that are fun to have like community environments, but this one just, there's something about it that just flows with our business.
Todo está arreglado, tengo amor, pero mi corazón quiere correr, veo el sol y él me dice que tú me amas, no me correré, siempre estaré contigo aquí, en tus brazos abrazarte sin palabras, nuestra amor reflejado en el cielo despacio, seremos uno solo.
They say all roads lead to Rome, but in Atlanta, they lead to Little Five. At the center of Five is a place called Factors, a fashion store with a little more to it than meets the eye. I met up with Factors founder Matt Lambert for some coffee and to learn a bit more about his story.
What's up, y'all? Good morning. Hey.
Good to see you.
You too. What's up, Ian? Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
I'm so sorry.
Dude, you're good. He was running late this morning, but that's all right. He was up until 2 last night hosting another party at the shop. How was last night?
Man, so good.
What'd y'all end up doing?
Just throwing a party.
Just throwing a party?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I think we got done at 3:10.
Okay, nice.
What's up, Jim?
Now, you come by here pretty much every morning, right?
Every day.
Every day?
2 or 3 times. What's up?
How you doing?
Good. Can I do a 20-ounce iced coffee and a cortado? What you want?
Just a small drip, please.
What you want? Fourth wall?
And that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Appreciate it.
So this is the face of Factors right here. Oh, I'm up as early as you.
That's weird.
I know. That's one of the coolest stories. So I was sitting right here. I was talking to my friend who kind of helped me start everything. And we're sitting there and I'm on the phone with her and Chelsea's with her 3 daughters. And I'm like, Jackie, I think I just found the person that needs to model our suits. Like, she's got all of it. And she was like, Matt, you got to go for it. We're probably like 200, 300 followers deep, maybe max, like on her Instagram, you know? And so I pull it up and I'm like, I don't want to sound crazy, but I'm doing something with clothes that I think you're perfect to portray like the spirit of what we're trying to go for, you know, with our suits. Would you ever model? And she was like, oh my God, my son's a model. She was like, oh, I'd be so into it. I'm so flattered.
That's so funny that could end up being like what ends up happening, that her own son was like a model and everything too.
Yeah, that was what was wild. I just like, she was so striking and so perfect for what Jackie and I were talking about. It just clicked. And then she's like, oh yeah, my son walks. I'm like, no, that's crazy.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
So how long you been at this location for Factors now?
I started in the office upstairs in late 2020 and worked by appointment predominantly, and we would throw like parties and shows up there. We did that and then travel around in New York, LA, Miami. Nick and Heather and I, depending on what the market was, we would do like trunk shows in those cities like every probably 3 to 4 months. April 20th of 2023 is when we opened.
What made you want to start your own brand?
I've been in menswear since I was like 16, and I took a job when I was about 27, worked for this company, Sid Mashman, for 13 years. And at that point, I'd kind of like done every facet of the business, because like when we started with Sid, It's kind of Wild West back then, but he kind of like threw the store to a buddy of mine and split it halfway down the middle, and he was like, these are your brands, these are your brands, these are your categories. And we were buying, designing, sourcing, so I learned all this production stuff. And I'd been in the men's store world since, at that point, like almost 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
I just developed this voice of what I wanted clothes to be, and kind of incubated that until I knew it was time for me to do my own thing.
Okay. What do you feel like your own thing was stemming from what you were doing before?
I wanted something way more dramatic, way more feminine. Case in point, like creating silhouettes that are timeless but with attitude, not conservative. I didn't open that. You know, I didn't open that door. Well, I haven't seen the store. We'll run fashion shows on this crosswalk, but when we have these parties, everybody's parking over here.
Oh, yeah.
And they're hitting this crosswalk with intention, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so you sit out here and notice everybody, and you see all these people, like, all right, I'm leaving Marietta and I'm coming in Friday night, I'm going into Little 5 Points, or I'm coming in Saturday night to Little 5 Points, and I can be myself. So good. And I think these shows we're throwing like pull the best of that. Okay. Will you do me a favor real quick? I'm gonna throw this up here. Will you take that bracket? I thought I had tape on this thing. All right, we're fixing this October 1st. Last night was our 50th show, but it was their 4th one that I'm doing with them. And then we do a pool tournament every month.
Okay.
Day one stuff. Like when we moved in, it's like we're gonna throw a pool tournament every month and we're gonna throw shows. I was doing way more than 2 a month when I first started. But then you just learn, man. You learn the rhythm. It's like 2's perfect.
2's good.
And what they're doing is so good. They're gonna outgrow the store.
Okay.
Like last night was too much for the store.
Really?
In my opinion.
What do you call it?
They named it Club 17.
Club 17. What is that like?
Club 17 because 17 is my favorite number, and all the shows are always at 8:17 or 9:17, $17. Pool tournaments on the 17th. It was just 17 being this number that I've held on to since I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Why is that?
Because my favorite baseball player is Mark Grace, who was the first baseman for the Cubs, and that was just my number in baseball.
What made you a Cubs fan?
There were 2 teams that you could watch all over the country, which is the Braves and the Cubs. And I just fell in love with this 1989 Cubs team. I thought we were going to be good forever, you know.
Cubs win the division. And Mark Grace, a big part of this ball club, a man who...
But in particular, like this guy, Mark Grace, I just love the way he played. Like he didn't wear batting gloves. He never made mistakes in the field. He never struck out. He probably hit between like 11, 12, 13 home runs a year, but he like drove in runs, batted for a good average, line drives, super contact. But he did it with this like fluidity and essence that I just thought was the coolest thing. Even as like a 9-year-old, it was resonating with me, you know. But yeah, Mark Grace was my man.
Matt, tell me about you, man. Like, where are you from? How'd you grow up? How'd you get out to Atlanta? All that kind of stuff.
I'm from Sylacauga and Jasper, Alabama. And I like split my childhood between those 2 towns. And I came to Atlanta in 2003.
Okay.
My girlfriend, my baby's mama, now she was a year older than me. She graduated Alabama a year before I did, and this was as far as she would move. I wanted to go to work for Oxford in Chicago. Oxford, OXX, FORD is one of my favorite suiting companies, and they're based out of Chicago, so the dream job was to like get on with them. Christy was like, I'm not going to Chicago, but I'll go to Atlanta. So I took a job with Neiman Marcus, and I immediately started commuting Little 5 Points, and then jumped into the music scene.
How long had you been playing music before that?
I started playing when I was 15. I started writing and having a band probably in the 11th grade.
What kind of music was it?
Back then it was just like Nirvana and Pavement Worship. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I started this band with some friends of mine who were also from Alabama, but we didn't play there. We all met up here. I played all the scenes, and that's who I still play with now. And that's like stoner, sludgy, heavy, psychedelic boys rock. We pursued it pretty hard for probably 5 years, and then still play out when people ask us to.
And then don't y'all have a show coming up sometime soon?
Yeah, September 12th. That is at the Earl in East Atlanta.
So when did you first start designing them?
Really with Sid, like day one almost. Like when I first started there, probably 60% of the store was our brand and 40% was outside brands, but that 60%, I chose every fabric and every silhouette by his side. He gave me the opportunity to design, create things from scratch and pick fabrications that would go into each seasonal collection that we were doing.
Okay, so you were kind of like in every area kind of guy for a while?
I did every single thing in his business I could do, you know. Towards the end of my Sid life, I wasn't as heavily involved in every aspect of design, but I was still part of like the buying and the choosing of swatches for tailored and dress shirts, and definitely neckwear. Definitely a neckwear buyer. This fabric's crazy. It's like a military fabric.
Oh, that's nice.
So this fabric is from Hainsworth, who also makes the same wool for the red coats that you see at the Buckingham Palace.
Really?
So same mill makes this. This is not called Hainsworth, but it's woven by Hainsworth, who also weaves clothing fabric.
Okay.
But I was intentional about using 100% wool because I want it to be a natural fiber. So we don't ever close the door when the store's open.
Okay.
So the humidity, you'll see this thing, it'll grow and like stretch out. You'll see ripples in it, almost like a full canvas suit would have ripples in the chest, you know? And this, as you can see, it is not a cross. We use the hell out of this. I think for a long time, because I had it in the front door for 8 months, and it got to be too hyped to where I felt like it was causing confusion about like, man, I don't want to interrupt the shot. And I'm like, no, we're trying to like sell clothes here.
Where do you do a lot of your sourcing for fabrics?
That whole store right now is predominantly Japanese or English, and it's kind of been that way since we started. My last lines were heavily based off Italian tailoring. I've never used pattern. It's always been about texture and color. I've just always loved English tailored fabrics.
Okay.
This is Japanese, but to me this is super English as a fabric concept because it's dry, it's crunchy, it wears hard. You know, it's not super glossy or. We don't really play that game, and Sid was the same way. A lot of times, I think one thing that resonated with us was like plain weaves, texture, wearability, durability. Like this is a 20-year tuxedo right here.
Right.
You know, there's no way he can wear this out. But if you do, you know, we got you. We'll patch it up.
So what made you get into fashion in the first place?
Definitely first or second. Even kindergarten, definitely shoes, Nikes. I mean, my family made fun of me because I would treat my shoes like pets. Like I would play with them. I would like hold them and clean them up.
Really?
They were my possession. And then again, it was Kurt Cobain. It was so easy to be different in Jasper. Growing up in Jasper, I started thrifting in like 8th or 9th grade.
Okay.
And that's when I really started trying to express what I wanted clothes to be. But I would have to change in the car. I would drive myself to school and change in the car because my stepmom wouldn't let me wear what I wanted to.
Oh, really? That's
So that was nice. I tried to find these ways to minimize everything and extract these things that I didn't think were necessary. No suit has darts in it. no shirt has a yoke on it. It's a way to create a logo without having a logo, you know? It's like a Factor suit is always dartless. It's got a more dramatic lapel.
Yeah.
It's got super deep vents. Like the vents on my suits are a good 5 to 6 inches longer than what most people do. You see that?
Yeah.
So those aren't details that I want to change. I want people to come to Factors and get a Factor suit in whatever fit and whatever fabrication you want it in. There's a value behind that because they're using our team's expertise to take decisions out of their life that they don't want to think about. You know?
Right. Okay.
That's the beauty of what I think we're doing.
Okay. So
it's for everybody, but at the same time, it's not going to resonate with everybody.
Right.
And that's totally okay. I'm not trying to play on every side of the field.
Where did the name Factors come from?
I didn't want it to be my name because I'd been down that road before. I knew that it was going to take like a crew of friends to help me realize the vision of what I wanted to do. So I wanted everybody that was involved in it to be able to find ownership. And so choosing a name that wasn't mine makes that a lot more approachable in my opinion. And then it has an apostrophe in it specifically to kind of pay homage to Bernard's, which is the store I grew up in Alabama. It's still there. That store's 75 years old this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bernard's store from Inn on the square in Jasper, Alabama.
I love that.
Since 1949.
I remember I was cutting grass junior year, and the computer science and careers teacher at the high school called the house. We got on the phone and she was like, there's this men's store downtown. They're looking for somebody to get work at, it was like a co-op program.
Yeah.
For third and fourth period and go to work. And the owner of that store started there when he was 16, and he was losing a guy that was going to Alabama. So he needed a replacement. He was like, I want somebody to come in and do what I did. I worked the store. I went for an interview. And so, yeah, I started there in 11th grade. I went to school with the intention of coming back and helping him in the shop and just maybe even like potentially inheriting that store.
Okay.
But once I left Jasper, I was like, I can't go back.
Yeah.
And then once I got to Tuscaloosa, I was like, I can't stay here either, which is why I was trying to like go further away. Oh, good shot.
Ooh, there it is.
That's
Yeah.
Y'all got that one, right?
As far as like someone comes to you for the first time, what do you feel like the first pieces that you need to pick up that really represent the brand?
Midnight mohair. If you're talking suiting again, midnight mohair is the Cadillac, I call it. It's the best value, it's the most wearable, and that's day one. That's the one we started with, and that's the one we'll always have.
So then what's this piece exactly?
This is our brocade tuxedo, and this was based off of my son Owen. His senior prom tuxedo was a vintage English tuxedo that had this brocade instead of a satin or grosgrain lapel. And after his prom, I had it tailored to me, and I wore it in ways that people don't usually wear tuxedos, and I was like, this is our formal voice. Like, if I design a Factors version of this tuxedo, my guys, if they're gonna spend that much money, they can wear this jacket with a white shirt and blown out Levi's to dinner. They can wear the trousers. Like, I love seeing this trouser worn like a track pant.
Okay, yeah.
You know, if I take all this off and Jawan just got on a t-shirt and Nikes, this pant has a totally different voice, but it works in my opinion, you know? I do not smoke cigarettes while I'm helping customers. That would be a vibe. Cigarettes in this business are like celebrations on taking care of people, you know?
Man, watches and criminal records are two of the first places I ever went to independent, retail-wise. And so Owen and his sister Lucy, like I always bought their back to school shoes there. I mean, that store means so much to me. I think Jeff is amazing. That's who owns it and has for a long time. I would pass by Jeff like sweeping the sidewalk at 8 in the morning, yeah. If you go in, he's right there at the front door every day. It's an institution with this aspirational retail to me.
Oh, nice. Chalk up, man. Y'all got that one, right? Yeah. There's a friend of mine that has a punk label here in town called Scavenger of Death. I called him and I was like, man, I've got a $3,000 custom suit. The company's called Factors. I like every record cover you've done, and I like the aesthetic of your label. Just do what you think is right based on that. We came up with the stair step logo, which is like a Factors stair step. And that logo comes from a shoe company out of England called Robot. And there's a diamond eye, and then there's a stitch that almost looks like my initial, but it's actually a stitch, like on our suit label. And the left-hand logo, which to me is what I call jazz, like left-handed music. That's like, I would say, a logo that signifies jazz.
It's a 76. I've had it for 10 years. My buddy did. That's great. So does the preamp have knobs or sliders?
It's no sliders.
No sliders, the knobs, yeah.
Yeah.
Peterson.
Mama? Yeah, her and Roscoe are here.
Came here on a whim one time and walked into the store. Nobody was here, but for some reason the store had been left unlocked. So I just like walked around, thought this was a beautiful store, and I just forgot about it. I showed up like a couple weeks later because I had always wanted to be in it while it was open. And I didn't get to meet Matt that day. Actually, Matt wasn't there, but I did get to meet Nick. And some buddies invited me to the first Factors tournament. That's where I met Matt, and Matt introduced himself to me and was like, "Brian, right?" I'm like, "How do you know my name?" You know? And ever since then, like, I've been coming here. All the people that I've met here have become like my good friends, and I ended up moving here because of all of that, because I really enjoy that community, and I feel like it all kind of revolves around Matt.
We've got no CDs and no records in the back, so spend all your money on tips and drinks.
Trying to put that music dream aside, but meeting Matt and all these people, seeing Matt run a store and simultaneously be in a band as well, made me realize that I didn't know why I wasn't already doing it, you know. And so now I am doing it, and it's because of them, you know what I mean? Because of Matt. Matt has encouraged me a lot. You know, I feel like he fits like a father role for a lot of people here. You know?
Well, you could have played a little bit more.
I think we did enough.
You did. I know y'all were out. At least
I mean, I
they
could play like 10 more.
Tape
This is
out
my
there.
mom.
Hey,
in
how's it
Rossville.
going?
How you doing, man?
I think I met y'all at another one.
Oh, you did out here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
ate down there.
So every time we play,
Somewhere.
he books all the shows. When I was in second grade, summer going into third grade, my mom took me to Dick's Sporting Goods. It sounds Forrest Gumpish, but my grandfather was a Shriner, and they funded my ankle braces, and they were hard insoles, but they came all the way up to my ankles. So I walk into Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm getting ready for my back to school, and the Air Max 1s, like the red and white, the original ones, which I've still to this day have never had. And I walk in, I see that shoe, and I'm like, Mama, I gotta have these. And she's like, man, I'm sorry, but we gotta get high tops because we can't have your ankle braces showing. And
That's so funny.
I wanted those freaking Air Max so bad, and she's like, man, I'm sorry, but we gotta have high tops. So I got Nike Revolutions.
Okay.
Which to this day is still a dope shoe to me.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, man? Sorry I missed your call.
No, you're good. I already painted the floor in the back. I just wanted you to get a look at it. The first coat looks good. It looks amazing. I'm just still gonna give it another coat at some point. I just wanted to fill you in with what was going on. And also, I was gonna ask you, how much would you sell me those cassettes that you have here at your store, the unused ones?
Which one? The ones in the box?
Mm-hmm.
Just take the box of them.
You sure?
I promise, man.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with them?
We're gonna record our music on it.
Beautiful. Hell yeah, man. Take a box of them.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Just thinking back to 2 years ago when I first started coming here. A lot of it was me wanting to be accepted, and I felt kind of lame being here. I don't know, I just felt like I didn't fit in. Because I used to always come here, but I guess I didn't really contribute, the same way that other people contributed. A lot of people model for Matt, do things for Matt. And this is my way of contributing to Factors,
Because he's the one who has the space for us to kind of be able to express ourselves and stuff. He opens up so many opportunities for people, and that's why the community is there, because he just exerts so much love to everybody. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty inspirational to me,
Factors is an influence. At its base point, it's like an influence. So all my influence becomes the output. All the influence is a factor that becomes the output, which is the clothing.
Matt has told me a lot that Factors wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Aurora across the street. So it's whatever that place made him feel is kind of what inspired him to some degree to make this place, And I feel in turn he'll do the same with other people that want to do or create a space like that,
everything you're doing there is pretty much all like your friends then, right? For the most part? Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of those friends came because I leave that front door open.
Okay.
And they come in, they just start hanging, and then they start hanging like every day, you know?
Oh, that's great.
And a lot of those relationships just came into like creating stuff together.
Okay.
And music's a big part of it.
So if you're looking for your next spot, the door is always open. This is I Know a Place.